I felt like God told me, I'm going to make you a surgeon, but not in an operating room. You're going to operate on human hearts. Actually, in junior high, I always said, oh, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. And I didn't even know what I was saying back then. I always said, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor. And I don't even think I'm not sure if I meant it in my mind or understood that I meant it when I said it. I went to college and studied this science and sciences, biochemistry, molecular biology. At that time, the science stuff really became interesting. I really started to like the science in college. And then I applied to med school. God clearly directed. I remember praying, God, if this is not your will, please stop it. Please block it now. One door opened after another, and so I went to med school. I felt God drawing me to orthopedic surgery. And when it came time for that, the next step for me to do residency in that, I didn't match. And I was absolutely just devastated. And I didn't have a job, and I have all this student loans and all this student debt, and now I don't even have a residency spot. You graduate as a doctor and you don't have a job, you can't even get a job, you're stuck. And it was so discouraging. That was the lowest point of my life to date. I still came to church, I went through the motions, but I was not, in my mind, I was just really, really, really down. I struggled with my faith. All the times I thought I heard God's voice telling me, I knew He was leading me down this path, and all of a sudden this door shuts, and there was nothing for me to do. I couldn't do anything. I had to wait a year and reapply. And I felt like I lost my purpose. We started questioning the times I thought I heard God's voice. It didn't. I thought that I heard Him telling me, I felt Him telling me, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. I thought, so now what? All those times I thought had prayed and knew what your will was, now all of a sudden, now I don't know. Have I ever heard your voice? Was all this just in my head? I still went to church, I got prayed for, I did feel God touch me, but I still was just not really breaking through. Felt like I was going through motions. I went with the youth group to NAYC 2015 in Oklahoma City, and the last night, I really got a blessing. God touched me. In that service, I started asking some of the same questions, like, if this is really you, if I ever heard your voice, please talk to me now. I felt like He told me, I'm with you. He whispered to me again, I am that I am, and I've never left you. I was with you every step, and I'm still with you now. You're where I want you to be. And it was that moment that I felt a peace. I knew that I was in God's will, that I hadn't been wasting my time. If everything had gone according to the plan that I thought, and I thought God was opening those doors, but if everything had gone according to plan at that time in 2015, I wouldn't have been at NAYC. I wouldn't have felt God touch me and bring me to a new point that would ultimately lead me to a new place in Him. I also met my 3 years down the road would-be fiance. He had things too wonderful for me in mind, more wonderful than I could have imagined. It was a breaking point. I could have easily tipped the other way. I could have just given up, and I almost did. The truth is, even when I made mistakes, when I didn't have faith, He was still with me.